Hello there, welcome to Yearly Reviews, the show where I review all the games that I've played through the year of 2020. Now, 2020, glad you asked, it's a pandemic, we've got nothing to do, and I was bored. So, without further ado, let's get on to today's review. Now, one of the first reviews that I did on this show was the game Hotline Miami, in which I reviewed, Hotline Miami. To make a long story short, I thought it was a good game. The combat and art style were unique, and a part of me appreciates the massive amount of bloodshed. However, I did complain that the ending and the story were very lacking and the music was just okay. So could there be a game that improves upon Hotline Miami's flaws? Well, yes, and it's the sequel, in fact. Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number. So the story of Hotline Miami 2 is actually a bit complicated. To put it simply, there are several protagonists that the player controls, such as a group of fanatics and the main character from the original Hotline Miami, a Colombian mafia worker, a working novelist, and more. They all have different stories that each counteract with each other at some point later down the line. See, we're already improving from the original. In terms of design, it's largely remained the same since last time. The same blocky pixelated visuals, the same interior design, although there are some outside segments, and the same bloody violence. One thing that I like is that every different character you play as, you get a mainly different playstyle, as in one segment you're unable to kill anyone with guns or can only take them down with your fists. But a big aspect of change and quality for me is the music. To me, the original's music wasn't the best. I don't get why people are in love with it. But the sequel just has an aura of, I don't know who I am, and I don't know where I am, but all I know is that I must kill. Which works well with the atmosphere. Though be prepared to be here a long while, because boy is this game hard. It was also hard in the original Hotline Miami, but that was only in certain segments for me. This game delivers it in spades with how difficult it is. Maybe that's why I like the music so much. I kept dying and that was the only thing to listen to. There's also the problem with some of the characters where I feel that we don't spend much time with them to really be invested or just aren't that compelling. So, let me add some unpopular opinions to this broth of a video. In my opinion, Hotline Miami 2 is better than the original in terms of story, music, difficulty, and my own personal preferences. While there are some aspects which are quite underwhelming and it can feel a bit like the original at certain times, it certainly does well enough to stand out as both its own thing and as an improvement on the original. If you disagree with my opinion, that's cool, but just don't be a dick in the comments, okay?